I was hopeful that I could break the record, and I wanted to put every effort into doing it because I knew it was a big deal for me and for friends and family back home. So it was a nice feeling, a really good feeling to do it. So I'm very pleased and very proud of myself. When we found out where the destination was, my feeling was again of joy. I was very keen, very eager to be triumphant, because the opportunity to go to the Great Barrier Reef doesn't come along very often, and so it was an opportunity that I didn't want to miss. Jet Set are making it very difficult for us to go home at the moment. We want to win every week because the destinations are so great.
Fantastic, as I'd never been to Australia, and I knew it was going to be good weather, and I knew we were going to have a great time. When
we got off the boat in Hayman, certainly the first feeling that came to my mind was one of surprise, one of joy, because it's just complete luxury. The moment you approach it, you know it's a luxurious place, and we knew we would be treated very well on Hayman Island. I've never seen anything quite like the Hayman Resort. I've been fortunate enough to have gone to a few places in my time, but this is quite a unique place. It's total luxury, total pampering, and it's a destination where a lot of famous people want to go. I know for a fact that Rod Stewart stayed here, and the great Muhammad Ali stayed here, and now the great Dennis Powell is staying here.
Once again, we're being treated like celebrities. People that I love, such as Mariah Carey, have stayed here, and to be able to stay somewhere like this where it is only the exclusive is just fantastic. The resort is very much catered around the weather. The restaurants are outside, there's a lot of beach activities to do. You can play golf or croquet, you can go walking around the hills, and it's just a lovely place to be in, and you can't help but enjoy yourself here.
It's got perfect positioning for those who enjoy outside activities. There was plenty of snorkeling and kayaking for Rebecca. There's plenty of walks for someone like myself. It's very difficult to fault the place. It's got everything you need.
When we opened the door to our room, it was just fantastic. For a start, it's absolutely massive. The living room is kind of 60s style, and it's just so pretty and so nice to look at. The bedroom has this fantastic massive bed with lots of light coming in, and then you've got the bathroom, which has this fantastic roll-top bath. The dinner we had on the beach was sensational. The food was just divine, and the setting was perfect. The sun was setting, and it was just a lovely location with good company.
It's the sort of thing you see only on TV programmes or in blockbuster movies, but there we were, Rebecca and I, sitting on golden sand, a dining table and a nouveau cuisine being served to us just for us. It was surreal, but it was truly memorable. It was a really good experience. Being pampered in the way we have been makes us feel very lucky, very privileged, but also very special. We're becoming really used to it, and it's going to be really difficult to give it up. But long may it rain as far as I'm concerned, because we do feel incredibly special. We took off in yet another helicopter ride exclusively for us. We flew over the Coral Sea, and after a short while you come across what I can only describe as magnificence in the water, the Great Barrier Reef, and it is absolutely mind-blowing. It is without doubt one of the greatest and most impressive sights I've ever seen, and it literally took my breath away. My hand was shaking when I was holding the camera. It was so awe-inspiring, and it's huge. When you think about the Great Barrier Reef, you think it's some coral and it's going to be nice, but when you actually fly over it and realise it's like 2,000 kilometres long, it's alive. It's so memorable. We landed on a pontoon, and we had that pontoon exclusively for us again, and Rebecca was able to do some snorkeling in the Barrier Reef, the Great Barrier Reef, which I know she enjoyed, and I was able to observe her. The exciting thing for me, or again the jet set thing for me, was that once we'd finished with the pontoon and jumped back into our helicopter, the rest of the public were able to use it, and a boat with 200 people turned up and they had our pontoon. So again, felt very special, very exclusive, and we flew away in our helicopter above their heads, giving them a wave as we went.
I love to snorkel, so to snorkel in the Great Barrier Reef was just absolutely extraordinary. There were so many fish and they were completely unfazed by my presence, and I didn't want to leave. It was just so fantastic to be there and to be able to swim amongst something so beautiful and so natural. I can honestly say that snorkeling in the Great Barrier Reef is the best thing I've done throughout the 5 weeks we've been away. Just to have that opportunity was fantastic. I mean, everyone knows about the Great Barrier Reef, and I swam in it with all these beautiful fish, and it was just so amazing. The crew on the pontoon gave Dennis and I such star treatment, and once again it makes you feel so special to be treated like that, and it just adds to the whole jet set experience. I have been on quite a few excursions and other holidays where I've been on a boat, but to have a boat to myself was just fabulous. There was no one else around, I could do what I wanted to do, and Dennis and I were just able to lie back and take in the scenery.
Jet set first. Again, I get tired of saying it. We went on a seaplane while we were in Hayman Island. An experience that I've never had before. Much different to flying in a normal aeroplane, but an experience well worth having. Well, not only was I blown away by going in a seaplane, but the destination of the seaplane just almost rivaled the Great Barrier Reef. We went to a place called Whitehaven, and what struck me about Whitehaven was the sheer brilliance of the colours and the contrast of the colours. It's not just looking at blue sea, it's about 10 different shades of blue sea intermingled with silicon white sand. It's difficult, really difficult to put it into words. The public will see the film and they'll be blown away, absolutely blown away. And we actually had pretty much all of Whitehaven to ourselves. Memorable, truly memorable.
The colours were just all enveloped into each other. There was one blue mixed with another blue, and then you had the sand going into it, and the sand was just amazing. It was silicone sand, and it just felt like a talcum powder beach. It was so soft, and it was just a really lovely beach to be on. Being flown to Whitehaven and then flown back to our resort was awesome. I'd never been in a seaplane before, and it was quite different to a normal plane.
Winning again would be pretty special. Winning last week was incredibly special. It was a really good feeling, and I felt very proud of myself that I'd won for 5 weeks, which no one else has managed to do. Although a 6th week would be very greedy, I don't really care. I'd love a sixth week because I want to carry on this jet set lifestyle. It's an opportunity not to be missed.